Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. This past Friday, October 7th, 2016, the film The Birth of a Nation released nationwide. We're going to talk about why it released on the day it did, but first, I want to talk about what was reported after its opening weekend. They're saying the film had a disappointing opening weekend, only grossing 7.1 million when it was expected to make at least 10 million. There's a reason it was reported that it made 7.1 million and it doesn't have anything to do with the actual dollar amount the film raised. I have been exposing this for 3 years. Movies, they're released on dates that correspond with the title, the subject matter of the film, and the money reported earned, sometimes record amounts, sometimes disappointing amounts. It's always a fictitious number that corresponds with the title. You can take this knowledge that I teach you in this video and apply it to the next one of these stories you'll see, and my point will be validated. So let's talk about why they said this film only made 7.1 million, where the main character is Nat Turner, a historical figure that might really have never even existed. And I'm not saying that to hurt anyone's feelings. We're going to get to that point. Let's start with 7.1 million. Nat Turner was hung, put to death for supposedly leading this slave rebellion that the story's about on the date November 11th, 1831, 1111. That was a date with 71 numerology. 7.1 million, film about Nat Turner and his slave rebellion. The phrase African American in gematria sums to 71. So does the title Birth of a Nation, 71. And here they want to tell us that the film only earned 7.1 million, and the way it's written about is in, a negative sense. Why are these Zionist Jews who control Hollywood, who control your media, why are they writing about it this way? Well, it's obvious. The subtle message between the lines is people don't care about black history. People don't care about black injustice. People don't want to go out and learn about that. Who cares about black people? A film about black people, of course, that's going to be disappointing. That is why they do this. These Zionist Jews who control Hollywood, they control your media, they control international banking. Money is of no object to them. It doesn't matter if they spend $1 billion to make a film and it makes $10. It doesn't matter because they control the money supply. They can just print more money. Money is here to control us. Same with the information that is put into our minds through this media, through Hollywood. All of this is programming. All of it. The film, the reporting on it. The Zionist Jews, they practice Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism in numbers, where numbers have power and by assigning them you can achieve things. There's a reason they code these numbers. Notice the film also released October 7th. In most parts of the world, that date's written 7/10, 7/1071, back to 71. Let's talk about what else is interesting here. And I want to thank Safa Karu. He's followed my work for 2 years. He calls into the radio show. Great contributor. He's the one that tipped me off about this 7.1 million. So it's thanks to him that we're getting this video. Let's talk about now why the film came out on the date it did, October 7th, 2016. This is a date with 33 numerology. 33 is the number of the race war. Race War 33. The movie's about Turner, Nat Turner, Turner 33. The movie is written and directed by Nate Parker, Nat, Parker 33. Nate plays the part of Nat. And it also came out in the only month with 33 gematria. All throughout history, racially divisive stories, and more than just racially divisive, just pretty much any story that's meant to divide us has this number 33 stamped right on it. 33 is the number of the Freemasons, who are very much associated with the Zionist Jews. 33, number of Freemasonry. The Freemasons believe in divide and conquer, order out of chaos. By giving us all of these stories that make us focus on our race and the things that set us apart, this is how they play us. This is how they make us hate each other needlessly. This same media that gets everyone to hate each other over everything, it's the same media that also constantly reminds you you can't say anything about Jewish people because that's anti-Semitic. Look at what day they say Nat Turner was born. October 2nd. October 2nd, 1800. That's a date with 30 numerology. October 2nd, 10/2. That's a lot like 102. Slavery equals 102. Slavery 30. Just like his date of birth. The Civil War, which had a lot to do with slavery, began on April 12th, 1861, the 102nd day of the year. Lincoln, the Civil War president, assassinated on a date with 102 numerology. United States of America also sums to 102. And in the United States of America, we're all slaves. That's why we get stamped with a number. And that's why we're told these stories about what slavery was, to make us not realize what slavery is and how we're all slaves. Any of you who think you're free, you have no idea what free means. Free means you don't have to live under bullshit laws and bullshit information and be required to go to school where you get your mind programmed with lies and nonsense. It means you can smoke weed without having to go to prison. We're not free in the U.S. It's constant mind control. It's constant tyranny. It's anything but freedom. So let's look at more. The date of the slave rebellion, August 21st, 1831. What's up with that date? That's a date with a life lesson number of 42. That's also a date with numerology of 60. What's the most hateful word for black people? Is it not this word? The same word with the gematria of 42 and 60, and here we're talking about a black slave rebellion, supposedly. 42, number stamped all over black Americans all throughout history. The only month with 42 gematria is February, Black History Month. And it ends on February 28th, the 59th day of the year. 31 days in January plus 28 more, 59. 59 is the other number stamped all over black people. Motown Records came out in 59. The word slave equals 59. The word Negro, 59. Think about what most people work in America, the 9 to 5. The only two numbers when written out that sum to 42 are 5 and 9. Think about that. The numbers that make up 59, 5 and 9 sum to 42. This film, Birth of a Nation, it was purchased by Fox Searchlight Pictures on January 25th, 2016, a date with 42 numerology. You see? You see how they do this?